here we go. We have the theme42 namespace, which is available using apex.theme42. And this basically gives us all sorts of helpful utilities that we could potentially invoke. One such utility is toggle widgets. Now, this actually is a bit of a misnomer now, or in Apex 19.1, or maybe it was done in 18.2. But anyway, as of Apex 19.1, the toggle widgets functionality was actually moved to the toggle core namespace. And so you can actually toggle different components and adjust their whether or not they're visible or if they're expanded or collapsed by using toggle core. I don't have enough time now to demo all of that, so I'm going to kind of skip over toggle core for now in favor of a different function. But do know that you can use toggle core to change components, and I'm not going to write code for this, but I will at least show you an example of something that uses toggle core, and that's this right side menu here. This is a toggleable widget. You can expand it or you can collapse it. Okay. That leverages toggle core. The other thing that we can look at here is utility function to configure our Apex messages. And basically what this means is that we can tell theme42 if it should auto-dismiss a message for us and how long a message should be visible. So let me show you this in action. Config messages. And actually, let me go ahead and get rid of this kind of mobile size here. So I'm going to click on this button, and this button triggers a success message. And it should show for just a second, and then it goes away. I click on it again, it shows up, and then it goes away. Man, that's really too short for anybody to read that. So what's going on, and how can we configure that? Well, let's go ahead and edit this page. And what we should see is configured on our page. We have Apex, we have theme42 util config success message, and notice that our duration is currently set to 1 second. Let's up this duration to 5 seconds so the user has enough time to read the message, and then it kind of just disappears after a set amount of time. Save and run. Now what happens when I show a config message or a success message? The success message shows up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it goes away. So we can kind of adjust how long those messages are visible by using that utility. Nice, quick, and easy. Now, there's one other utility that I want to take a look at, and that's Sticky Widget. Sticky Widget has there's a couple things here that we can leverage. Let me actually fire up F12 and go to my console. And it turns out that I have some Sticky Widget code. There we go. And let me use the Apex utility here. There we go. We have Apex theme42 utility sticky, and then I target the region or thing that I want to make sticky. This is my sticky content here. And if I make this sticky, you notice that it kind of sticks to the region below it. And they're kind of like locked together. This is normally used for like region headings. You want to make sure that the heading actually kind of sticks to the for like reports and things like that. You want to make sure that they stick together. That's one way that you could use this. I don't really like just invoking it that way. Another way that I like to use Sticky Widget is I like to actually invoke. Let me get to it. Almost there. There we go. I like to actually invoke the Sticky Widget namespace that Apex provides for us. And we'll say that toggle the width is set to true. And now when I run that, kind of something similar happens. But check this out. As I scroll down, notice that the Sticky Widget kind of always stays visible and is stuck to the top of my page. Let me go ahead and reload the page one more time, but this time I'm going to overload, or I'm going to tell it a different location to stick to. I'm going to give it a different pixel height away from the top of the page. So let me actually call that, and that should be right here. So in addition to toggling the width, I'm going to provide a function for top, which returns the number of pixels away from the top that this widget should be. So let me go ahead and run that. And now I can see that this widget is actually, it's stuck 20 pixels away from the top. So I don't have to return a static number such as 200. I could totally write some sort of function that determines how high I should be from the top. Apex has a default function that it uses automatically in order to achieve this goal for us, but you're free to overwrite that as much as you like.